Okay, our date is August the 4th. I need this to be the 4th. August the 4th, 1981. And the time is 2:52 p.m. or 1400 hours and 15 seconds. And we are coming from Torrance, California in the United States. Usually when I put a city in here, you get places all over the world. But there's only one Torrance anywhere on the planet. Okay, you got that going for you. You're not having to share the name of your birthplace. And you'll also notice you are born on the 33rd parallel. I'm just going to throw that one in there. You don't see this a whole lot, but there you are. I'm born on the 33rd parallel on the other side of the United States. All right, let's come out of here. Your sun is in Cancer. You're a Cancer. No getting around that one. And Mercury is there with you in Cancer. So communication, they want to call this the solstice. We are told that the solstice is June the 21st, and we are told that's in Cancer. That's just not true. Mercury sits on this line. The oldest one I can find associated with this particular zodiac was down the middle of Gemini, which runs down the middle of the Milky Way galaxy. So you can see how far our calendar is off. But yeah, you probably thought you were a Leo your whole life, right? Yeah. Sorry. And you know, Cancer's not the most exciting sign. I've known people that were Cancers, and I thought, these are really off-balance people. And then I found out they were Geminis all along, which made a lot more sense. Because in this, this did not exist. This was these stars in here, you have the V cluster, the beehive cluster, the northern donkey, and the southern donkey. Which the only donkey I ever found, which I consider the Bible, a book of astrology, was that Jesus came riding in on a donkey. And if they want to make him the sun god, which a lot say that he is, this is when the sun is here, it's Jesus riding in on the donkey, right? And they sing Hosanna. But that is metaphor, esoteric astrology terms. Okay, so you are a Cancer. You're Venus in Leo. So Mercury's not in its house. Venus is not in its natural house. Venus should be in Taurus and Mercury should be in Virgo. The sun belongs to Leo, which would have been great had you had the power of the sun in Leo, but it is here in Cancer. So those attributes that you found that didn't fit, this will probably explain why. Okay? If I'm a Leo, why am I not this, and this for me? Well, this is why. It's because you're not a Leo, and then you have your Mars over here in what I would call the real galactic center that runs down, through the Milky Way galaxy, which is your masculine, ego, action. The strongest thing about Mars is I try not to put the masculine and feminine on planets because of the duality that we live in, but overall, Mars is a planet of action, and yours tends to be on the feminine side or the Castor side of Gemini, Pollux, Castor, and you'll find both of those stars up here in the head. So your action is on the feminine side of the twins. We can also look at, like, this is our brain. We have a left feminine brain and a right masculine brain. Your actions will move stronger in the feminine over here. Does that make sense to you? I even look at the whole solar system, the whole galaxy this way, because the galactic center does run right through here. It's like the left brain of the zodiac and the right brain of the zodiac. And yours is in the feminine side. Masculine side, masculine side, masculine side. And the masculine is going down and the feminine is now rising. if that makes sense to you. This is a great time of change, and I see this clearly looking at this Mars in your chart where it's sitting is telling me a lot more about what's going on, not just about you. But yeah, you're moving your feminine action. That's an attribute to you. Let's go find, okay, we got Mars, Mercury, and Venus. That would put us Jupiter next. I'm going to hold the Moon and Pluto for last because they kind of go together. Oh my goodness. You got a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction with Vesta, with the Moon, and I'm going to go ahead and pop it because it's going to be here, I do believe. So yeah, for all by means, keep your actions on the feminine side. You're going to have to pull that masculine back. You got the heart of a lion, right? Venus, your love, is like a roaring lion. But with Vesta, the Moon, okay, and I'm looking at you as a day baby. So, oh my goodness. You got a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in the mutable sign of Earth, which, again, you're that Pluto generation in Virgo that's you're the game changer. You, particularly because of this Saturn and Jupiter here with the Moon and Pluto, your conscience, your subconscious, your church, your state, everything's going to change. The way you are inside, the way you are outside, your belief system, your structure system, it's all mutable, it's all changeable, but it's going to become cardinal, most high, even Vesta in 2020. You are eat up with this. It looked pretty good at first. Actually, it still looks great with your Mars in the action of the feminine. Now here, to be born under this conjunction means the door of the Black Lodge is open. You will find that in Twin Peaks. I've got a playlist about it if you care to know about that. But being as you're born in the afternoon, right at the third hour, right? Now, what happened to Jesus at the third hour in the afternoon? We know. The sky went black. And, of course, you've got that sun in Cancer, which is the entering into the city. And hallelujah, I'm seeing your Uranus over here in Libra. So the only one we've got left to even look at is Neptune. So let's go ahead and pull up Neptune and get that out of the way, and then I'm going to come back over here with the time that I have left and show you. Well, that ain't going to get it, is it? Oh, I didn't do that right at all. Let me start over because this thing is so sensitive I need to cut my nails. Neptune and Ophiuchus. We keep getting these, and I'm going to repeat this again. Ophiuchus did not exist in our calendars or in our zodiac when you were born. Okay? But it does, they're putting it there now. If you care to know about Neptune and Ophiuchus, look it up. But I'm going to say this much. Those who are finding your planets or your sun or whatever in Ophiuchus, when before they were clearly in the third decan of Scorpio. So you will look up Neptune and Scorpio. Neptune rules water, and Scorpio is a water sign. But all this new information is coming out. It did not exist when you were born, but it is existing now. So great change over the water in your life where this is concerned, because it's moved from Scorpio to Ophiuchus. Okay? And you'll just have to look up Neptune and Ophiuchus, Neptune and Scorpio, and play that one out the best you can. reading between the lines. Uranus, of course, and the eagle with the claws. This is the northern claw and the southern claw of an eagle with a serpent in it. And it was changed to Libra, which does not mean justice. This never had anything to do with justice. This sign had to do with the balancing of the scales in the marketplace. They didn't, had nothing to do with justice. You're weighed in the balance of the scales. But truly, this was an eagle with a serpent in it, which is the flag of Mexico today. Now let's go back over here to this, what you got going on in Virgo, which is mutable earth. Means change, 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 change. Mutable earth, miry clay. Adam was made out of miry clay. Mutable earth, changeable, mutable signs. But you're going to find them all not in a fixed but in a cardinal sign in 2020, which means at the very top. You can't not be a pope unless you're a cardinal. So I'm going to leave this Pluto here, back this up a little bit, move it back. I want to see all of them in here because you got a lot going on right here. From Mars all the way over, and let's put Pluto back to Uranus. You can see all of this. And of course you're born in the afternoon, so all of these are in play. This Mars-Jupiter conjunction came up before it was in the sky, before your sun rose that morning. They came up first. So you got a lot going on here. And you got a lot to deal with. That is just real obvious here. I'm going to try to keep Uranus in here because you're looking at everything. Of course, Neptune in Ophiuchus, but Uranus, Pluto, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Sun, Mars, and let's go ahead and Mercury and Mars. You can see them all. Bam, 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 bam. And you're born in the afternoon, so this one's already up. The only thing that's going to be behind the ecliptic at this point is Neptune set in Ophiuchus. So this is what the sky looked like, from your action to your communication to your heart chakra to this. I don't even know how to deal with this right here. And let's zoom in on the moon right here. Can I get this? Because it is a crescent moon, but it is a waning moon. Waning moon. So it is, if I moved this back a couple of days, I want you to see what's going on here. Okay, that's too far. Come back. It takes 2 days in a sign. So a few hours later, you would have seen, you see no moon here. A few hours later, you would have had the crescent moon hosting Saturn, Jupiter, and this planet, which is, let me get that one because I believe this one is undefended one. Let me pause here and save a minute for you. Okay, they're not going to give us the name of this planet. It's just going to be Virgo 15. But right before you were born, it would have been hosting it. After you were born, when you were born, the moon is on the other side with Pluto there in the mix. So you have a pretty heavy chart. And I don't see a whole lot of defense. I see a whole lot of change. A whole lot of change. Even your Vestal Virgin is here in the sign of the Virgin, being mutable. Change, change, change. Changing your subconscious, changing your conscience. Everything has been about change for you. Well, the deal will be sealed when you hit the end of 2020, going into 2021, 22, and 23. All these changes should be complete. If you have not completed them, it will be forced on you in a most difficult way. So do your shadow work. Dig into your subconscious. get rid of all regrets.